I'm a 26-year-old woman who recently got engaged to my fiance, whom I'll call Ryan, also 26. We met 4 years ago through a dating app and have been inseparable ever since. Ryan is my soulmate, the one person who has never let me down in a life filled with challenges. My parents split when I was 2. My father walked away without looking back, sending child support, but never checking on me. My mother, now 48, wasn't exactly a stellar parent. When I was young, she was more interested in her social life than raising me. Nannies and babysitters practically brought me up. As I grew older, my mother, still young herself, prioritized socializing over parenting. She was a vibrant socialite who had little time for me. As a freelance artist, she earned decent money, but the child support covered my needs, so she didn't have to focus on me. Honestly, without that financial support, I suspect she would have pushed me out much earlier. She never seemed truly invested in me, almost as if she was waiting for me to grow up and leave. When I was 13, she started dating my stepfather, Tom, now 50. Tom has a daughter my age, whom I'll call Lisa. When my mother first brought Tom and Lisa to meet me, she stressed that I needed to be on my best behavior, which was unusual. She'd introduced boyfriends before, but never cared about my actions. Usually, she'd just warn me about guests, signaling me to stay in my room until they left. This time, it felt like she was serious about Tom. The first meeting with Tom and Lisa was pleasant enough. They were polite, and I had no clue about the storm that was coming. Soon Tom started visiting more often, and it felt like he and Lisa were practically living with us. I didn't mind. It didn't disrupt my life, so I let it be. Lisa split her time between our house and her mother's, and initially everyone either ignored me or was cordial. I was okay with that since I didn't care much for them, especially given my strained relationship with my mother. All I wanted was my peace. But then, my mother and Tom decided to make their relationship permanent and move in together. That's when my mother dropped a bombshell. I'd have to share my bedroom with Lisa. I flat out refused. My room was my sanctuary, the one place in the house where I had control. I wasn't about to give that up for a stranger. When I stood my ground, my mother and I had a fierce argument. She threatened to kick me out if I didn't comply. At 14, I knew enough about the law to call her bluff. She couldn't legally evict me until I was an adult. I pointed this out, and though she was furious, she backed down. Instead, she turned the basement into Lisa's room. It wasn't a bad space. I can't tell you what happened next in the short video. The full story and channel link below.